Thank you. You all may be seated. Mrs. or Miss Johnson?
Soon to be Miss.
Sir, I was talking to her. Soon to be Miss.
Yes.
Mrs. Johnson.
Yes.
You brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, I did. The child is now 18. I would like to be relieved of the child support payments. I've fulfilled my obligations in the amicable split that we had. So since the child is 18, I would like to be relieved of child support payments.
And there it is, the crucial detail she conveniently left out. This isn't just any 18-year-old moving out. This is a child with special needs. And she really thought she could just walk away from it all?
Sir, how do you feel about that?
Ma'am, I don't know what kind of Afrocentrickery she's trying to run up in here, but it costs money to raise a child. I understand he's 18, but he's handicapped. He's special.
$1,800 a month, just for medical expenses. That doesn't include food, shelter, or education. Just medical costs. And yet, she wants to argue that she's fulfilled her obligations?
So now we're getting to the meat of it, because that's not what she just presented to me. She
She's
just
acting
presented
special
it.
right now because she don't want to
Well,
pay this
sir,
money.
let's not do name calling. That's not nice.
I didn't call her no names, ma'am. I'm just saying she's acting special. All I know is this. It costs money to take care of this child. I don't have it.
When you say he's special, what type of disability does
He has
he
a
have?
mental disability, ma'am.
Okay. What type of medical bills does he have?
Currently, my bills are running about $1,800 a month. I have a garage. Obviously, by my dress and appearance today, I'm a simple man. But I make a clean living, do what I have to do. But I can only fix so many cars a day and have to put on helmets and change stuff. I don't have.
Meanwhile, the father is out there working tirelessly to help his child become independent, while the mother is in court trying to sever all ties. You couldn't make this up if you tried.
What type of medical expenses does the child have on a monthly basis?
He has rehabilitation.
Okay.
He also has some vocational training skills to help him. We're trying to get him out there on his own a little bit.
Okay.
And he also has a speech therapist that comes in once a week also.
And she's still trying to walk away. The judge is breaking it down for her, slowly, because clearly she doesn't seem to grasp how absurd this request really is.
Okay. And other than that, is he, does he have any other disabilities or anything?
Not really, other than, her not being around ever.
A little reprieve? Did she really just say that? Lady, this child's disability doesn't get a reprieve. The father doesn't get a reprieve. But now that it's inconvenient for you, suddenly you want one? Nah, that's not how this works.
That's the only disability that's really got it messed up.
How much is rehab a month?
Rehab a month is $400, ma'am.
$400. Okay. Does he go to a special type of school?
No, actually, the state sends someone to him at the residence because it's actually become more of a hindrance to get him somewhere than it is to actually take care of him at the home.
Okay. And you want to be removed from child support, and you hear about all of the care that it takes to take care of your adult child who's disabled, well, has special needs?
2 years. That's the only relief the father gets. But she wanted out today. And once those 2 years are up, he's still the one left figuring everything out. Let that sink in. 7.
It's good.
I'm going to make this good due to the fact that I have been around, I do contribute, I am there. My job takes me all over the world. Not only do I'm an educator, but I also have another son as well too, who is 16. I'm in both of their lives. So therefore, I need a little reprieve because there are certain things that I need to do with Kat.
Here we go. The part where the math suddenly gets fuzzy.
I want to
Ma'am,
make.
when I speak, you stop talking, okay?
Sure.
You're doing a whole lot of talking, and you're not saying anything, okay? Your child has needs that this man pays for. Rehab alone is $400 a month. Is this an expense that a doctor has told you that's going to be ongoing in the future?
Yes, ma'am. It's still going.
Whoa. This man just called her out without hesitation. And let's be real, he knows she's making more money. He's been raising this child. while she's been out doing who knows what.
You know, she's just worried about her needs. You
What
know
about
I'm saying?
the-
People in hell need ice water?
What about the caretaker coming out to the home? Is that going to be something that's ongoing as well?
No, ma'am. That's going to end here actually in about two.
So that little over $110,000 suddenly shrinks to $440,000? Funny how the numbers start changing when the judge starts asking real questions.
2 years.
Yes,
2
ma'am.
years?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
you are asking me to stop paying child support today? You know what? Ma'am, according to the paperwork that you provided, your child support is based on your annual income of $30,000 a year, right?
That is correct.
How much are you making now?
Probably a little more over 10,000.
She claimed what exactly? And she really thought she could just walk in and walk away? This isn't just a bad excuse. It's a blatant lie.
Okay.
Over that.
You know what? Let me ask him, because I don't think some of the information you're giving me is very truthful. Sir, how much money does she make a year that you know of?
When we first did the situation, she was making $30,000 a year. Now,
Okay.
by the way we dressed today, obviously one of us didn't come up. So I think somebody might need to talk to somebody or count some beans or something, because I know somebody making a little money ain't.
Excuse me? Another reprieve? Ma'am, this father doesn't get a reprieve. He doesn't get a break. But now that it's your turn to pay, suddenly you want one? Unbelievable.
I had this garage by myself for 35 years.
But the child lives with you, correct?
Right. Now, I
Ma'am?
have to keep my other garage.
Ma'am, how much money do you make a year, truthfully?
Truthfully, about 42,000.
And there it is. She walked in thinking she'd leave free and clear, but instead, she's walking out with a court-ordered bill. That's karma working in real time.
You made more money, and you tried to, first of all, I feel offended that you came into my courtroom and tried to downplay what the situation was, what it was in the first.
Not only did she fail to get off the hook, but now she's paying even more than before. That's what happens when you try to play the system. And lose.
It appears though this child turned 18 and your child support should naturally terminate. That's not what's going on. Your child has special needs that this man has been paying for. And you have gotten a $12,000 raise, in a sense, of salary.
Period of time.
And excuse me?
See, that's the reason I got
Even
rid of
over.
Oh, now she wants to double check the numbers? Maybe if she had been honest from the start, she wouldn't be sitting here in shock right now.
You make more money, and you just heard this man testify that a medical doctor told him that it's going to stop, the care coming to his home is going to end in 2 years.
2 years.
2 years, right? That is a long time.
Allow me a 2-year reprieve so I can do some things that I.
The math is mathing, and unfortunately, the numbers aren't in her favor. Meanwhile, the mother just dodged paying more, and you just know she's breathing a sigh of relief.
I don't have
Listen,
a problem
listen.
continuing
The
on
only
taking care of my
reprieve-
child.
The only reprieve you're going to receive here today is to start your child support obligation on a monthly basis.
And that's case closed. She walked in thinking she was about to erase her child support payments.
Apparently, denial isn't just in Africa, it's here today.
Look, listen, sir. Listen. Your little innuendos, those are cute, but let's leave them somewhere else. They're not going to take place in here. Okay? They're not going to take place in here. And ma'am, your outburst, please. I'm not impressed.
I'm not impressed either.
You shouldn't be. You should not be impressed. You came into this courtroom and tried to misrepresent, and you just simply don't want to take care of your child. That is ridiculous.
But instead, she walked out with a court-ordered bill. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Ma'am, so you said you make $42,000 a year. According to my calculation, that's about $3,500 for gross a month. That puts your net resources at $2,948.13. Who carries the health insurance on the child?
That would be me, ma'am.
Both.
Well, the adult child, excuse me. You carry health insurance, and what were you getting ready to say, ma'am?
Both of us.
So the child is equally covered. Okay, great.
Yes.
And I heard you say that you had a 16-year-old.
Yes.
Okay. So we're going to base your child support. You get credit for the child that you already have. So your child support is going to be set at $471.08 per month.
Say that again.
$471.70 per month. Understood?
That's clear.
Okay. Is there anything further?
Well, I was hoping, ma'am, if I could get a little boost in that, because the youngest son, he currently is being tested as well with some problems that he may be having.
Sir,
Yes, ma'am.
this is not the platform for you to be asking for an increase, and you just heard what this woman makes, and you heard me do the calculation based on what it is that she makes. No, sir. That's not how these things are done.
I mean,
You cannot get an increase from what she's making. What she makes is what she makes. Child support is based on a calculation. It's that simple.